Hi, it's Max. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be cooking another one of my grandmother's Syrian Lebanese recipes. Today we're diving into delicious, flavor-packed stuffed squash that will absolutely change your mind about this versatile veggie. Let's get cooking. First things first, we need to prep the squash. Carefully slice them in half right along that middle line. Now grab a nearby spoon and gently scoop out the seeds and pulp. Be sure to take your time here. We want to keep those squash intact. I recommend using a quick cook rice like Uncle Ben's or pre-cooking or par-cooking your rice. Rinse that rice in a strainer until the water runs clear. It's about 2 to 3 times. Make sure to peel and mince a few cloves of garlic. Now you want to heat some oil in a pan. Make sure it's high heat oil like a vegetable or canola oil. Now we're going to add some ground beef to our hot pan. Make sure that you drain off any excess liquid and you'll hear the beef starting to sizzle. That's a Maillard reaction. You don't want it steaming with too much liquid in the pan. Add the minced garlic and cook it for another minute or so. Now I'm going to add about 3 or 4 ounces or about half of a can of tomato paste to the ground beef and garlic. If you cook it a little bit, it adds an incredible depth of flavor. Now mix in the rice and we'll add a little bit of butter for a little bit of richness. Season the meat mixture to taste. Now we should let the mixture cool a little bit. It's time for the fun part, stuffing the squash. Gently fill each squash cavity with the rice and meat mixture, leaving about a finger's width of space at the top. Remember, the rice is going to expand as it cooks, so we don't want to overfill them. Now, for the broth that we're going to be cooking this in, pour 1 can of crushed tomatoes into a pot. Here's a little trick. Line the bottom of the pot with a scrunched up paper towel. This will create a stable base. Carefully place each stuffed squash into the pot, ensuring the rice and mixture is facing upwards. Remember, we want those squash snug but not too tightly packed so they don't topple apart and spill everything. So after 20 minutes we have this. Beautiful. I've actually tasted the rice and beef stuffing. It is a little to the tooth, a little al dente, exactly the way I like it. If you prefer yours cooked a little bit more thoroughly, cook it for another 10 minutes. Now it's time to pull your stuffed squash out and plate them. You want to reduce the remaining sauce by about half. You can use an immersion blender for a smooth sauce or leave it chunky if you prefer. To finish, we're going to drizzle a little olive oil over top, a little bit of cracked black pepper, and voila! Okay, cousins, there you go. Situ stuffed squash. Not as hard as you think. Hope you enjoyed as much as I know I will. Catch you next time.